Get ready for the dictation. Start. India's diversity is reflected not only through its cultural, religious, social, political, and linguistic practices but also through its diverse geographical, climatic, environmental, developmental, and educational landscapes. The diversity of religion, culture, and social systems has not only made India a vibrant society and fully functional democracy but also given it a powerful voice in international arena across the continents. To some extent, such diversity has provided a much needed breathing space to groups of all segments of the society, but the diversity of education and educational institutions which currently prevails in India has limited the right of equality of opportunity in higher education to the students, especially living in remote, inaccessible, and climatically dangerous geographical and underdeveloped zones of India. On the other hand, the diversity of education systems also reflects an unhealthy diversity in terms of knowledge and skills being tested by myriad boards like CVSC, AICSC, NIOS, and state boards. The problem is that the lack of an integrated education landscape in India increases the dilemma of the students and their parents, particularly those living in remote areas. The lack of a single window system for providing admission into the institutions of higher learning and undergraduate courses, irrespective of geographical, linguistic, or cultural diversity, is viewed as a hindrance to the overall development of the youth of India. Therefore, National Educational Policy 2020 proposed access, equity, affordability, and integration of educational system of India from primary to higher education level. The way forward for such integration and uniformity was addressed by NTA established under the Ministry of Education, which has taken this Herculean task as a mission to admit the registered students who are able to score good marks for clearing the admission test for undergraduate courses to be held in the month of July 2022 for various central universities through one single test. What could be the best way to fulfill the aims of NEP 2020 from the 2022 to 2023 session than holding one single test for admission in the various subjects mapped and shared by the universities with NTA and their own websites? The focus of the exam will be to test the subject/domain and general knowledge of the students based on the NCERT syllabus of the class 12 and thus establish a better connect of the students, particularly of the remote areas, with the central universities of India and other participating institutions in this common entrance test. The exam, which will be conducted through multiple choice questions, will also provide an atmosphere for objective assessment which will replace the subjectivity in evaluation of the descriptive traditional types of papers of the class 12 exams conducted by different boards. The handwritten answer books will be replaced by computer-based test, which will not only facilitate computer literacy among the students of remote areas but also fair assessment of every student participating in this admission process. Such integration and congregation of all central universities of India as well as other private universities, state universities under one banner of NTA was not only unthinkable but also unprecedented in the history of higher education of India because all universities had their own set norms of exams for admissions. The diversity of exams and processes was not only very taxing financially but also mentally for the prospective students and their parents. As a student, even scoring 90% marks in class 12 also had no guarantee to be admitted in the university or college of his or her choice or getting the subjects of their temperament. To put an end on the monopoly of certain institutions and bringing all centrally funded universities under one umbrella is thus not only a very praiseworthy step but also very challenging in view of the limited access and awareness among the stakeholders, primarily the students, parents, and teachers of the inter schools of the rural areas. The CUET aims to provide wide variety of options like 27 subjects and 33 languages and general test to choose from. This is not only aimed to mitigate the educational and linguistic diversity, as the test will be conducted into 13 languages specified as medium of test for the students, but also to provide one step solution to the admission process, as through a single form the student may opt for many universities by entering their choices in the registration form. Any student living in the remotest corner of India can now think of getting admission into the big league universities like Delhi University, JNU, BHU, Hyderabad, and many more on the basis of the CUET score as well as according to the norms, condition, and policy of that particular university. Stop.